What's going on today, guys? Lego Man 213 here, bringing you a review of my 1/64th scale model review. Now, these are the majority of what I have. I have a lot more, primarily farm equipment. I have a lot of John Deere heavier duty tractors, so the larger scale, like the 9Rs, things like that. So this is my more construction forestry quarry side of it. I have a few pickups. I have, I believe, I want to say I have two 3rd gen Dodge trucks. I know I have two of the 4th gen, 1/64th scale ones, the 2500. They're the crew cab long bed ones. But I don't remember if I have, I think I have two of the 3rd gens. So we'll go from right to left. So this is my 1/64th scale Kenworth W900. This is the A model, short hood, of course, just your standard West Coast logger. I will do all of these I'll kind of go through, but then I have my 2004 Dodge Ram 2500 crew cab long bed diesel, towing a little trailer with a little John Deere dozer. Nothing too fancy. I just wanted to give just something to tow around. John Deere skidder. I don't believe there's a model on this. It just says John Deere. This one I've had for a long time. As you can see, the other tire does mismatch. It's mismatched, excuse me. That's because I broke the right rear when I was real little and I had to fix it. I would like to get another couple of these at least. And then I have a John Deere. The model is right there, so that's a 690C. So I would put this probably around the 80s era of John Deere. Then I have a Case International. Does it say? Oh yeah, right there, 640. The downside to this one, so the stick cylinder up here broke, as you guys had seen in that other video I posted about it. So the stick cylinder broke, and it's pretty much in its kind of fixed position in order for me to move it, or to keep it that way without the cylinder popping up. And then the tracks are actually off of the John Deere excavator. I swapped the tracks over because these tracks were on the John Deere, so I swapped them over because I wanted to be able to actually use the John Deere. Next up, this is my John Deere loader. Again, I don't believe there's a model on it. It just says Deere right there. Traditionally, the model would be roughly about here on the loader arm itself. And then I've got a Cat 950F loader, and then my John Deere haul truck. The haul truck, you can actually, those are like the ones you get at your local Tractor Supply, things like that. Same with the Dodge truck. So starting off, we'll start with the truck and we'll work our way over. So the W9, the hood does open to show a detailed engine. This is a custom model, by the way. I should turn the lights on so you guys can see that. There we go. Detailed Detroit diesel. I don't believe the doors open, but the hood does open. The tires do turn. Nothing too crazy. Very nicely detailed truck. And then the log trailer does hook up, as you can see there, and then you can haul logs. Sorry about that, guys. These are the logs that the truck came with. So if I want to, all I got to do, I can shorten it up, and voila. The truck has a load, and everything functions as it should. As you can see there, things are working the way they're supposed to. Very nicely detailed. I'll leave that sit like that. Next up, this is my Dodge Ram. This is one of my more well-loved models. the hood does open. There is an engine in there. Nothing too fancy. 1/64 scale. Does have a gooseneck and then a traditional receiver. The trailer, don't ask me about that because I really do not know. I'd like to actually get a nice custom built trailer for it. And then the dozer is just a little John Deere. I don't even think it has a model on it. Just a nice little John Deere dozer. The tracks are rubbered, but a very nice little piece. It does have a little hitch there, so if you wanted to, you could pull stuff around with it. Let's see what's next. The skidder, again, the dozer blade does go up. Skidder arms go up. Yes, very well loved. But yeah, grapple. I don't believe the grapple. Yeah, the grapple doesn't rotate, but it does pivot. You could call it kind of in and out of the machine. So if you wanted to, you could kind of pose this, pulling logs, things like that. So nothing too fancy about it. Pull that up. Get a hold of that. I'm literally doing this all one-handed, by the way. There we go. And there we go. Got the cylinders fixed. So that's what it looks like. That's roughly about as high as they go. Traditionally, you'd be able to, in real life, this portion would pivot as well, I believe. And then it does have your articulation. Actually, some fairly good detail in there for a 1/64 scale model. I believe this is also made by Ertl. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. If you do know, comment down below. Again, this is the John Deere 690C. Very good quality. Little loose on the boom cylinders, but the stick cylinder works very well. So if I wanted to, I could actually really pose this for any sort of movement. Tracks are really good shape. Again, those were the ones I got off of the Case International. As well as everything moves on it, things like that. Very nice machine, nice little model. One gripe I have about it, granted it is an older model, the rivets there, they do stick out. I wish those were painted to match, or at least painted a different color other than pretty much like raw steel. And then same with these two rivets as well. Other than that, I'm happy with them. This is my Case International. Very nice model. I like that I can actually see on the interior, even though there's like actually no interior whatsoever. But still a very neat model. And then, like I said, that was the cylinder that broke on me. So yeah, you can see there. So it locks in, it's just it doesn't have enough bite to actually stay locked in. So I just leave it the way it sits. I'm happy with it. It's just a nice little display piece. This is my John Deere loader. Nothing too fancy about it. Pretty much every pin and bushing, well, rivet, I guess, is on this thing, from pretty much the bucket up to the curl cylinder wore right out. As you can see, that's how much play is in them right now. And then they've got all that. But very nice machine. Nice little, if I wanted to have it go up, and then I can have it, yes, the cab does come off, by the way, but I could, totally create a scene where it's loading or whatever. So very nice little model. Very well detailed too. The sticker, the back is a sticker, so it does come off, but again, for a sticker, that's very good detail. Overall, I think the overall detail is pretty good for the scale, the size of the model. Everything rolls very nicely. Next is my Cat 950. This one, it's, as far as I know, my only quote-unquote new, in the sense of it's never really been played with, been used. It's very unused, so hardly any play in the rivets for the loader assembly with the bucket and all that. And then very good articulation. Roughly, I would say it's about the same size as the John Deere. The John Deere is just a tiny bit smaller in height, and the bucket is a little bit smaller, but overall, very good very good model, and decently sized. I want to say the tires are almost identical in terms of tread. So overall, very happy with it. And then got your little cat back there. This is actually, so the back, the fan portion where your engine fan is, with your coolers and all that, it's actually, if you listen, it is actually graded, so it's not a sticker. It actually is textured, which is very nice. Now, I've personally, I've run heavy equipment before. It's what I went to college for. It was what my 2 prior jobs have been. And the one loader that we had was a John Deere 624H from the 90s. And it's roughly about that size, but setup wise, so it has the front fenders, rear fender ish, but very similar to this John Deere. But the great design, like this here with the counterweight, is very similar to the John Deere that I ran. My primary loader I ran was a John Deere 624K, so a little bit bigger than this one. Very nice machine. I loved it. And then lastly, this is my Ertl. I believe this is Ertl. Is this Ertl? Yes. Yes, it is Ertl. Ertl John Deere haul truck. Nothing too fancy about it. It does not turn very good. As you can see, that is its max degree of turning. But that's its dump tipping capabilities. Very nice. Scale-wise, you know, you could easily do a setup with the excavator and all that. So it's a very scaled properly to the other machines, as you could say. So overall, that is the 1/64 scale collection that I have. Like I said, that's my log truck, pickup with trailer and dozer, skidder, my 2 excavators, my 2 loaders, and then a haul truck. I've been contemplating getting pretty much a 1/64 scale semi, like a custom style, but a dump truck version. I just haven't found anything that I like. My primary collection up top is 1/50th scale, as you can see there, and I just ordered 2 more, so I'll slowly run out of room. But I do like this collection because it's something that you don't really see a whole lot of, / it's not a very common scale that people collect in my experience anyways. So overall, I'm very happy with it. If I get more room, I might display more models that I have, like the tractors and things like that. But for right now, this is my collection, and I'm happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. If you have any questions regarding these models, like where I got them, or if you want to see something way more in depth, like if you want like a one-on-one type video, let me know. If you guys want to see like more in depth of the Kenworth or etc., just let me know down in the comments. Also, comment down below what you guys' favorite one is, whether it be the excavators, the skidder, whatnot. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment down below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Lego Man 213 out.